Yeah, hello everybody, and a surprising title of the video. I'm back, majority invested, slightly over 50%. I've started buying. I already bought 20% of Bitcoin. It's not that good buys for me because I sold my Bitcoin in November for 97k, and now I'm buying back for 88k, and that's not big of a win. That's only over 10% lower the price. But I also bought a little bit of the Ethereum ecosystem because if Bitcoin goes up, it pulls everything with it. And now, there has to be I don't believe the Pectra launch will not be associated with any upticks in the Ethereum price. That there has to be at least a bit. But my altcoin purchases are definitely a short-term purchase. I will be selling them in May. And I have like 22% Tesla, so like 12% altcoins, 22% Tesla, and almost 20% of Bitcoin. I am slightly over 50% exposed now. And yeah, I really thought I was going to be buying for sub 80k Bitcoin at the very least, and I was hoping. But anyway, I've done what I've done because my strategy that I talked to you about on this channel as well got basically triggered. It basically forced me to. If you also go back through some of my last videos, you will see pretty in a clear way I was giving conditions, clear conditions, like if this is triggered, then this is what I'm gonna do. And during the month of April, I know it still has a week to go, but so far that's why I still keep almost 50% cash position. I still want to see what's gonna be happening during the last 1 week of April, and maybe the last few days of April even as well. So Bitcoin held 50-day moving average on weekly. It did lose it on daily. I was really thinking it's not gonna be it's gonna be zip down to 60k, maybe even below 60k. That's really what I thought when I saw the daily close in Bitcoin price below 75k, but that was only on daily. So yeah, it's not really the weekly close. It's what really matters to me. Then also when I see the indexes like total, it recaptured the 50-week moving average. It closed the last week, it closed above it. And now today and yesterday, when I saw basically equities were going down quite a bit. US dollar in the index is going down versus other currencies, and people are losing faith in the US dollar. It's very obvious to me because the gold is going ballistic. The gold really ran away from me. I didn't get in, and I really regret that, and I just can hope that I'm still gonna get one more chance on a macro scale to get into gold, and I'm not going to squander that one. I'm gonna be more attentive, even more than I already was. But it's shocking how the gold took off this year. And yesterday's pump of Bitcoin, I can't find any news that the Bitcoin would pump, because usually when S&P 500 went down but Bitcoin didn't, it was just a trap. Basically, they crashed Bitcoin very soon after, few days after that at the very latest. Or the next week at the very latest. So they could still crash Bitcoin this week or the next. So I really think it's still wise to still observe before. Yeah, but I already committed myself, so maybe I'm walking into a trap. But at the same time, some key levels were held. What could happen to me if I'm wrong? So what if this is really just a trap? What if, because obviously the best case scenario is that Bitcoin is changing from risk on into risk off. That's never happened before, never ever. And I was occasionally talking about it on my channel, that this is perhaps what I would see to happen in the future, because it no longer makes sense to me. Bitcoin is no longer a startup. Bitcoin is now classified as a commodity, digital commodity, and it doesn't make sense to me. Why should it behave? Why should it price copy paste tech stocks, growth stocks? Why? It should follow commodity prices, kind of, to me. So I was looking at this. I was watching out for early signs that this transition would happen someday, and the last 2 days could be one of these early signs. But it's little too good to be true, and when something is too good to be true, then it's not true, really. Most of the times it's not true. So I am honestly thinking that this might be just a trap I'm just walking into, and that we are gonna see sub 80,000 Bitcoin this week or the next. But I still have free cash to add in case that happens. And in case this happens, which means that I'm basically wrong at the moment, in case this happens, then this is the middle of the bear market rally. Then there is a bear market rally where Bitcoin is going to retest 100,000. Ethereum should finally come back to its bull market support band, which it left behind untested on weekly, untested on daily. I've never seen this before with Ethereum. I was browsing to the history, even years to the past, and I don't think I've ever seen such a violent collapse in the price of Ethereum as it was since basically December last year. This was probably historically really one of the biggest collapses in Ethereum prices. It's clear to me it's a loser, so I am exiting. At the Pectra, I am exiting Ethereum ecosystem for good, probably. Never touch the losers again. Very easy to say. So yeah, if this is just, maybe I'm just buying the middle of the bear market rally, in which case I'm not gonna make a lot, but I also shouldn't lose as well. So and I'm still convinced that my Tesla position is gonna be good. It's gonna make me money in the coming 1-2 months, because Elon is supposed to come back to be a full-time CEO, and there will be lots of optimism related with that. And it's gonna be kind of a sell the news, the days when he stops being in the Doge and he comes back to his position as a full-time CEO. That should be actually sell the news for Tesla. That's my strategy with Tesla. It's very clear for me, my strategy. With crypto, it's much more complex and complicated, but I am buying back. Basically, I'm already majority exposed, and the next month will tell me, during the next month, I will decide whether I should treat this as a historical transition that's never happened before. Basically, we're making history in that case, that crypto is becoming risk-off, shocking, or, which is actually more likely, I will only determine that this is just a bear market rally, and in that case I'm gonna sell 97-ish thousand Bitcoin, because there is a descending wedge. I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna make a quarterly presentation, probably in May. And yeah, in Ethereum, it's even more obvious that it's time-based where I want to exit. It's based for the Pectra launch. So yeah, fingers crossed that in the coming 1-2 months, I hopefully will be able to make a bit of the money that basically everybody has lost this year, including me. Fingers crossed that we all can make some money in the coming 1-2 months in the markets.